pain threshold can vary from person to person, but there are some conditions suffered by humans which are so unbearable that it can bring even the toughest to their knees. Here are 26 worst pains that human can suffer. Comment your worst pain incident. Muscle pain. This is not one of the most worrying pains we can suffer, but if physical exercise is carried out for a long period of time in the wrong way, then it can get much worse, even inflaming your ligaments and muscles. Renal colic is often thought of as a tolerable, but in some cases it's an acute pain which needs urgent medical attention. Having these pains could mean that you have a kidney infection or kidney stones. Toothache. One of the most common pains we suffer is also one of the most painful. We're not referring to small cavities, but abscesses which can reach the roots of our teeth and break them. They can cause acute pain and other symptoms such as swellings. Heart attack. Many people describe heart attack pain as a feeling as though someone is squeezing your heart in their hands. This attack affects mostly men and is becoming increasingly common. Migraines have no specific cause, but they are one of the worst pains that we can feel. It doesn't just affect our heads, it can also cause photophobia, a sensitivity to light, as well as dizziness, tingling and nausea. Gout. This disease is not so common, but it affects a considerable amount of people. Gout is caused by an excess of uric acid in the body, which makes the joints swell. It may not stop you from moving, but it sure will make every move you make extremely painful. A second or third degree burn is one of the most painful feelings in the world. There is no way to stop it immediately, as the whole of the affected area must be completely cooled down, something that can take a while to achieve. These burns can go through to the muscle and in some cases, even the bone. Fibromyalgia is a generalized muscle pain which also comes with strong headaches and constant fatigue. It's a very debilitating condition and every 1 in 4 sufferers are unable to work. Shingles. This condition occurs in adults when the immune system has been weakened. It's a painful skin rash which affects just one side of the body and often the face and torso too. Bite from a bullet ant. This large ant has a very painful bite. They are used by an indigenous tribes in South America in a ritual where boys become men. Trigeminal neuralgia. Also known as paroxysmal facial pain syndrome, this disease is a neuropathic disorder which occurs in the trigeminal nerve, causing intense pain in the face, eyes, nose, lips, scalp and head. Abrasions. This is similar to a burn, but the pain is extremely acute and immediate. As you can imagine, having layers of skin ripped off and your nerves damaged isn't very pleasant. Achilles tendon rupture. This is the largest tendon in the human body, so breaking it causes acute pain. Some people have described it like being shot in the back of the leg. Stonefish sting. This is one of the most poisonous fish in the world. It is often mistaken for rocks which sit on the bottom of the sea, which people step on by accident. Depending on the pressure with which the fishes step on, more or less venom enters a person's bloodstream. If the sting doesn't kill you, then it will definitely be one of the worst pains you'll ever feel in your life. Tetanus. One of the biggest diseases we are vaccinated against is tetanus. And this is possibly because it is one of the most painful conditions that can affect the human body. It makes your muscles go into spasms and contract. People who have not been vaccinated against the disease must go straight to hospital as soon as it manifests. Irukandji syndrome. The condition is caused by a sting from the Irukandji jellyfish, which is found off the shores of Australia. The pain can be so intense that people have begged doctors to kill them just so it will stop. The symptoms can take several weeks to disappear, and that's only if the correct medical care was given. Peritonitis. This condition is the inflammation of the peritoneum, the membrane which lines the interior of the abdomen. The pain can be huge because of the infections caused, and if untreated it can be fatal. Derkham's disease. The pain of this disease comes from the various tumors which grow inside the patient's body. These tumors are incredibly sensitive to touch and temperature, meaning that even a simple task like taking a shower can be excruciating. Complex regional pain syndrome. This condition is characterized by uncontrolled behavior in the pain receptors, which usually occurs after a person has suffered traumatic nerve damage. The intense pain is caused by the swelling of various limbs. This syndrome can be so painful that sometimes the only solution is the amputation of the affected body part. There is no exact known cause or cure for the condition, but it is thought that stopping smoking could help, as smokers are most likely to suffer from it. Appendicitis. This condition is the inflammation of the appendix, and the chronic pain felt can be caused by an inflammatory disease in the intestines, a parasite or tuberculosis, among other factors. Penile fracture. This is a painful injury which happens when an erect penis suffers a serious trauma. The pain is excruciating and leads to swelling and sometimes deformation of the body part. Cluster headache. Also known as a suicide headache, this condition causes extreme pain in just one side of the head, usually just behind the eyes. The pain can last anywhere from 15 to 180 minutes and can occur more than once in a day. Emotional pain. Emotional pain can also cause physical aches and real damage to the human body. From depression to post-traumatic stress, several studies show that these conditions activate the same parts of the brain which are activated when a person suffers physical pain.